welcome back to the Quant Trading Edge YouTube channel. Today I want to show you a couple of trades where, again, what we aim for is asymmetry in reward to risk. And I haven't actually counted how many. I took profits at 4R in my mind, but I don't know exactly where this ended up. This is the chart of crude oil, and as of yesterday's close, the 2-period RSI was close to 98. Anything over 95 is extremely overbought, and typically a subsequent gap up, there's typically an opportunity to short. So I came into this with a short bias that if we were to gap up, and from overnight we knew that things were hot and heavy, that there would be a shorting opportunity. So then the second step is to monitor it on a lower time frame. And here I'm using the 15-minute, and we have that RSI divergence pattern that we went over yesterday on the NASDAQ, but here it's happening on crude oil on the 15-minute chart, where we're getting lower and lower momentum at higher and higher prices. So again, somewhere up in here is going to be an opportunity to short. This is 7:15 in the morning. Now we could drop it down to a 5-minute, and if we want to make this completely mechanical, what we can look at is when prices drop, when the RSI drops from above 70 to below 70, that's a trigger bar. And with this, rather than sell stop below it, I wait for a close below it. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4 bars later, we got a close below it at 110.88, and the stop is at the high of this bar, which is 112.11. So 112.12, a penny higher. That leaves us with a risk of $1.23. Now, when you got this close, you would short it with the stop above this bar. And let me just times it by 4. We're talking about 492 off of 110.88. Let's get a rectangle going here. 105.96 is the point at which we made 4R. There we go. So it actually looks like 4 was it. And then we're getting a bit of a counter-trend rally here. And if you remember from our work on U-turns, A, B, C, there we go. The break above this was our U-turn. So we've broken above, came back and retested, and maybe it's going to rally. But our trade was here on the downside. We're using this RSI, and I call this the RSU setup. It's kind of a play on words because my first name starts with an R. But it's just a very objective way that can be programmed and measured to catch these down moves when you have the higher time frame in your way. So doing homework on a daily basis puts this on my radar that there could be a shorting opportunity. Monitoring it on the 15-minute basis, this divergence pops out to me, and then honing it in down to the 5-minute lets you tighten your risk as much as possible, such that you can get multiples of your return on risk. Also here, I was just noting, for example, on this dip, we did not get a subsequent close below this bar. You kind of have to give it 3 to 5 bars, but beyond that, it's a stale pattern. So you wouldn't short over here. Over here, closed above. This one closed below. So this meets the criteria of the trigger bar, which I think here, what was our? Oh, this is on a 15-minute. Sorry, we could go back to a 5-minute. And look at the different times this happened. So over here, it happened here, but we did not get a close below it. It happened here, but we did not get a close below it because we went and made a new high. So your counting starts again. Then over here, this is 69. So this is your trigger bar, and this was not a close below, but this was. So there was another similar shorting opportunity here when it was just one divergence, not a double divergence like we saw. But even that would have paid pretty well. It's about 1, about 2, about 2.5 times your risk. But this one here that aligned with the U.S. Open, 715 to 740, call it. So I guess the pit opening bar was this one right here. And that one got the biggest move. So anyway, this is just more reinforcement of the RSU method. Please make a comment, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, ask me questions. We have more of this coming. Every day there are many opportunities to 4x or more your risk capital. And it's just a matter of getting in tune with the system, and then it's just a matter of monitoring a few markets that you feel comfortable with. But it's all there. Let's do this together.